Hello subscribers, welcome to a live stream of Wizardry 8. We are playing the vanilla version on Expert Iron Man, and this is the all priest party.
Present.
I did some grinding offline, still only level 9, but we're getting closer to level 10. So, we're in Arnica. There's, I think, 2 things left to do. Do the airport
Sort of beast.
and the tower, the outside of the tower.
Locked. Yes.
Hey there, Sundog. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? I need a knock pick to get in here. You see my chance of forcing it.
It's locked. Present. Ready
It's
and
not very good.
Ready and willing. Present.
Standing by.
Yes. Yes. Present. Ready and willing. Present.
Standing by.
Yes.
Failed, 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 failed.
Present.
Ooh, there we go. Nice.
Very well.
Let's see how many we got. Not too many. You're not bad? Glad to hear that, Sundog. I hear you. I'm glad it's Saturday also. So glad. I am doing well. Thanks for asking.
Very well.
Wizardry 8 on a Saturday morning.
Very well.
Alright, last spell I picked up was Superman on most of my guys.
Very well.
If I cast power level 6 on the second character, you get 2 attacks.
Understood.
If I cast power level 5 on the first character, you can get 2 attacks. But my chance of success on that's kind of low. The next level up will help with that. Yeah, we had 2 failures.
Very well. Okay.
Understood.
Okay.
You're playing Zorbus, but watching Wizardry is great also. Zorbus, what is that? Is that an RPG?
With pleasure. Very well.
Hey Igloo, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Sundog says it's an indie roguelike reimagined of Moria and Hangband, the old ASCII games. Ah, okay, cool. Yeah, I remember I have a review of Rogue on my YouTube channel. It's fun.
With pleasure.
Oh, with D&D lore. Ah, okay, interesting. Hey, Duncan, welcome to the stream. Oh, wow, thanks so much for resubscribing. 3 months now you've been supporting. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. How are you doing this morning, Duncan? About ready to head out Arnica. We just have to do one more thing. There's some steel gauntlets here. Characters seem to be struggling to find them.
I see something.
There we go. MMO in the mornings? Or MM space O. What are you referring to, Duncan?
Why, look there.
Fire sticks. I don't think we can use those. Darn. It's too bad.
Thank you so very much. Ready and willing. Present.
Oh, you MMO, you fat fingered this space bar. Gotcha. Okay. Let's go kill some more androids.
So that thing must be the Savant's tower. I've got to say, it's more impressive than most of the dumps in this town.
It's true, it is pretty dumpy. Arnica's pretty dumpy.
Someone's here. What's that? Over there!
Citizens of Ar-
Citizens of Arnica.
Let's do it.
Alright. I've been mainly training my weapon skills.
Very well.
So, this time we're gonna train air magic.
Very well.
With pleasure.
Understood.
Air is an A-I-R, not error.
Very well.
Okay, very well.
Perfect. It's a windy day in Arnica. That softened them up a bit.
Very well. Very well. Okay, very well.
Oh, we've got this one guard trying to help. Alright.
Very well.
We'll do two here.
With pleasure.
Very well.
Two here.
Understood.
Okay,
Two here.
very well.
We have 3 survivors. Backstabbed by the guard. Nice.
We did it.
There we go. Good training. Alright, what did he drop us? Ooh, Book of Holy Water. We can actually use that. Magic Nectar? Potions, okay.
Yes. Right on.
Sweet.
Present.
All right, we are done with Arnica. Where do we go next? Generally go to Impani base camp.
Present.
Go ahead and sell some junk before we leave. I don't want to do that. I was gonna say I could do the mine tunnels. Try to do it early, but that's super dangerous. I don't think this party would be capable. We could run into something bad that will wipe us. Alright, anything we want to do before we head out?
Until you
It was a pleasure.
Let's get our spell points back.
standing by. Most unfortunate.
Nope. Do it again.
A battle? How exciting!
Looks like we're gonna have a battle before we move on.
Very well.
With pleasure.
Very well.
Very well.
Okay.
Understood.
Alright, let's get this healing.
Very well.
And we can actually fight.
Okay.
Let's see, what do we want to do? Since they're all up front here,
Okay.
let's whirlwind them.
Very well.
Take them down quickly.
Understood.
Very well.
With pleasure.
Very
Hold
well.
on 1 second. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I'm back. Future for Zlip. Looks like we need some healing on this one.
Very well. Frozen light.
Rest here so we don't have to deal with that again.
Instead, rejoice that we are still alive.
Still got some good training out of it.
Standing by.
Alright, armor plate.
Most unfortunate.
Spock failing again.
Yes?
I'll only rename them if they fail when it's light green or dark green twice. If they fail with that, they get renamed to failure. If it's orange, I cut them slack. Okay, so more profit. We'll check you out one more time before we go.
It's good.
Let's get rid of the sticks. Alright, the rest of this. Let's see. Keep all that. Alright, what do you have for us? Anything? Book of poison cures, that'll be good. I have 2 people that can cure poison.
My pleasure. Right on.
Alright, and then I do have enough throwing to use Devil Dust. Dust of Desiccation, did I put that on you? You're getting it. Okay. Done with Arnica, finally. Yeah, we'll go north. This party's not obviously good enough to try to do mine tunnels. It'd be suicide. Ants.
This will be over in no time.
Indeed.
Very well.
With pleasure.
Very well.
Understood.
Stray whirlwinds on these.
Very
That's
well.
it. They have pretty low hit
Okay,
points.
very well.
Some of them are behind the hill, so we're going to move forward.
Okay.
These 2 will kill with weapons. All right.
Pleasant.
I see some
What do we got over here? No rogues. Highwaymen, okay. The light? If I click on it.
Standing by.
Yes?
Check out our magic resistance at this point with magic screen power 7. Okay. It's like it's roughly in the 60s to 80% range. It's pretty good.
Let us be predator.
Was it
and
7 or
not
8?
prey.
7.
Very well.
We're gonna have the front 3 do whirlwinds, and then the back 3 are gonna
Very well.
Guardian Angel the front 3.
Understood.
Because we won't have enough firepower to kill them
Very well.
in one round. It's probably gonna take 3 or 4 rounds.
Okay.
With pleasure.
Rosamund.
Very well. Very well.
Okay.
Okay.
Understood.
Very well.
And I'll just back into a corner and wind them to death.
Okay. Very well.
Understood.
Very well. Very well. With pleasure.
Coordinated nods.
Very well. Very well.
Very well.
Sneaky one.
Very well.
Right in
With pleasure.
the corner with us.
Understood.
Very well.
Understood.
These two I'll leave so it'll hit that one. Nice. Clean perfection. 10 hit points, 3.
Very well.
Okay.
Right now.
Nice. Iron Skin. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I was thinking Iron Will. Iron Skin increase from getting hit. Okay. So, who wants some extra evasion armor class? How about you?
Yes.
Present.
Standing by.
Got some more out here now.
Most understood.
Yes.
What is it? More guys. More level 7s. We're only 30,000 experience away from a level up.
What's that? Over there.
Oh, we got 2 sets of enemies. Some level 9 bats. Come on.
I'm ready. Let's fight.
Alright. This is a battle.
Very well.
With pleasure.
Very well.
Understood.
Very well.
Okay.
With pleasure.
Let's see if the bats come toward us. I hope they do. They're so far back there, they may decide to retreat. Nope, they're coming. Perfect. I need to get back into the corner. Because if we don't do that now, next round they may be able to surround us. So we're just going to do this. I'm not going to waste my whirlwinds. Since they're throwers, I may Guardian Angel the back rows too.
Understood.
Very well.
I'm going to be getting pelted with knives.
Okay.
Okay, now. You can go ahead and do a bless.
Very well.
With pleasure.
You start the whirlwinds.
Very well.
Very well.
Eventually we'll have 6 lightnings. That will be fun. Super powerful.
With pleasure.
Very well.
It's gonna be a lot of AoE.
In that car.
Okay, here we go.
Very well.
With pleasure.
Very well.
Understood.
Very well.
Okay.
Wow, look at those triangles. That's a odd area to try.
Very well. Very well. Very okay.
This guy's still getting targeted? No, sneaky. Sneaky guy.
Very well.
With pleasure.
Understood.
Adjust it slightly. There we go. We got
Very
him.
well.
Okay.
gonna start dropping. Too low.
Very well. Okay.
Nice.
They were no match for us.
11,000. Good air training. Okay. Gonna rest on again here and see if we can get our spell points back without them spawning something new. Doubtful. This road really spawns quickly.
Standing by.
Yes.
Alright, what do we got? I don't know, whatever it is.
Let us be predator and not prey.
More highwaymen.
Very well.
With pleasure.
Very well.
Now we're fighting more in the open, so I'll be a little more careful.
Very well.
Okay.
With pleasure.
Still level 7s, yep. Looks like they could come up on the sides. So they will be able to hit everyone.
Very well. Very well.
With pleasure.
Introduce some more guardian angels.
Rosenand.
Very well. Very well.
Pleasure.
Understood.
Very well.
Okay.
Okay, that should be good. This one can hit the guys in the middle. He's the only one.
Very well. Very well.
Understood.
Very well.
Okay. Very well.
Understood.
Very
Well.
One of them's running, one of them's smart. If I'm not dying today.
I'm afraid it's...
An extraordinary triumph.
Okay, this is a much better corner. Plants. This time we got plants.
Yes.
Okay, how many hit points? Level 8, 79. Those are not poppies. Probably iron weeds. Which are a pain in the butt. What? It says they are crimsons. Those are low hit point crimsons.
Okay. Very well.
Understood.
Guardian angels.
Very well.
With pleasure.
Very well.
With pleasure.
Understood.
Okay. Very
Understood.
Very well.
With pleasure.
This should be called the Windy Run.
Very well.
So those are some low hit point poppies. 79.
Very well. Very well.
Very well.
This guy came back for more.
We did it.
8,000 experience. Wow, we're close. Yeah, we only need about 8,000 more for our next level up. There's no reason for this party to go back for the demon equipment, the demon bow and demon sword. Just can't use either of them. Hey Moody, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today?
Standing by.
Okay, it looks like the coast is clear too.
Most understood.
Yes.
I've already got 24 fire magic on this priest. We have no fire spells except light. So by the time we get lightning with her, she'll be pretty good. She'll probably have it up in the 40s. Okay, Hogar. I'll take you on. Let's do it.
Very well.
Because we know he's gonna get aggravated and attack us eventually.
Very well.
Just get it over with.
Understood.
Very well. Okay.
You did a usual 7 out of 10? Alright. You're a bit worried that your Wizardry 7 game may be soft velocity. Why do you think that, Moody? Okay, let's get a bless.
Okay.
Try for some Supermans here. I can get power 6 on the second one.
Very well.
He'll get 2 attacks. Power 5 on the first one. He'll get 2
Understood.
attacks.
Understood.
Rosamante.
Okay, so we got it on second, but not the first.
Very
So
well.
try that again. Let's try to paralyze this guy.
With pleasure.
Very well.
We should have a decent chance.
Understood.
Okay.
There we go. We get the Reckon. The legend map is held by the Ratkins according to the lore. There are only 2 left, Redspeed and Farlone. If Farlone has it, I'm not sure if there is dialogue option to get the legend map. The way those maps work, Moody, is it can switch to some of the other NPCs. So it might take a really long time, but it can switch. So it could switch to someone else. Are you just saying out of all, there's no NPCs left except those 2? Or are you saying there's only those 2 Ratkin NPCs left? Okay. No, I think you'll be okay. What happens is sometimes the game will kill off one of the NPCs by someone else. So like one of the Umpani NPCs may end up killing one of the Ratkin, and then they'll take the map. So you should be okay. But even if you spend several sessions and don't get it, you can send me your save game file and they can get it for you. We can get you working. But I don't think you'll have to do that.
Very well.
Pretty good against Hopper.
Very well.
But Drewby would say, you know what, you cheated. No, not if you're, if you truly think you are locked. That's not a cheat.
Okay.
I don't think you are.
Understood.
Very well.
He's mad. Okay, Moody, we'll have a great day, and thanks for dropping in. I'd see you later. Yeah, it sounds like you got a busy day today. 3 pages of training on that.
Present.
Okay.
Standing by.
Yes.
Do the cave.
This will be over in no time.
Okay.
Let's kill these with weapons. I'm not doing guardian images here. Get a little training on our iron skin skill too and shield.
Okay. That's a relief.
My healing has awakened.
Very well.
Yeah, 1 shield increase. That's not very helpful. Considering priest can only get round shields as the max.
Standing by.
Didn't get much out of the
Yes.
shield skill because of that.
We shall utterly obliterate them.
Very well.
With pleasure.
Very well.
Understood.
Very well.
Okay. Very well.
Forest mites.
Very well. Very well.
Understood.
Okay.
Very well.
Two left.
Very well. Very well. Very okay.
Money, money, money. Woodsman's axe. Sparkle sticks. I can't use. I don't think priests can use any of the sticks. I don't think they can even use the cold ones.
Standing by.
Can use bombs though. Could pick up some ice bombs. Level 10s. Oh, Guardian Angel will help protect this here.
A battle? How exciting!
Yeah, rank leads. It's a pain in the butt.
Very well. With pleasure. Very well.
And that one might be a caustic vine.
Understood.
Those are really bad.
Very well.
They blind you.
Okay.
It's a level 7, it's not. That's good news. So yeah, we'll move forward and start to whirlwind these. Other option is I do have dust of desiccation. And I have a cherry bomb. Let's throw a cherry bomb first.
Very well.
You can use dust of desiccation.
Okay.
Let's hit that one. Superman.
Understood.
Very well. With pleasure.
Interesting thing about Superman is it raises all your
Very well.
attributes. If you have a dwarf, dwarves get a 1% damage reduction in physical damage. Think about this. For every 10 vitality. So you can get like a 2 or 3% physical damage reduction just by casting Superman on a dwarf. Not to mention all the other bonuses from it, but and the same with your race, you know, lots of races get boosts to certain elements based on their attributes. Like a hobbit gets earth resistance, I believe. So if you increase vitality, I think, on the hobbit, you would have an increase in earth resistance. It's kind of weird. Lots of strange side effects and bonuses with Superman. Okay, now I think it's time to move.
Very well. With pleasure. Very well.
Understood.
Very well.
Okay, very well.
It's a lot better in Wizardry 8 than it is in 7. Hey there, Askiro. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Yes, we are playing with, this is Expert Iron Man only priests.
A battle? Very well.
Okay,
Very
retarget.
With pleasure. Very well.
Understood.
Very well.
Okay.
There's the nausea. Gonna start losing some turns here. That one should go down soon.
Very well. Very well.
You are a hero. I don't know about that. I haven't beaten it yet with 6 priests. I've beaten it with 5 priests and 1 complementary class, but I haven't tried 6 priests yet. It's a lot harder just having all of one class versus 5 and 1. So we don't have element shield. That's okay. I don't think we're gonna need it. Nice.
An extraordinary
Yes?
triumph.
Now we get some good training on cure lesser conditions too. Ooh, our level up. Nice.
Darling, I just keep getting better and better.
Yeah, that was good training. Okay.
That's better.
Oh, that's a bug. Oh, there we go. Okay. Like the level up symbol disappeared. Okay. Oh, almost 100 vitality on this one. Short by 1. What do I want to do here? I'm probably going to save my spell. I'm trying to think of what's next. Yeah, save the spell till the next level up. Hey there, Jake. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? What's the temperature like over there in Finland? Skiro said never finished Wizardry 8, only Wizardry 6. 6 is a great one. Let's see. Strength and vitality. So we'll have 2 that have 100 vitality next level up. For her, I'd like to have 1 character with remove curse. Let me think about it for a minute. The only one I'd think of would be Staff of Doom. Yeah, I don't see myself switching gear once I have some cursed, so I don't think I need that. Yeah, save your spell. Okay. This one will have 100 piety next level and start getting Iron Will. You don't have web, but I'm not really using that much anymore. Save spell. Click on your combat skill. Hiding and intelligence on this one. It's about -2 centigrade. It's not too bad. Migraine you had's going away. Oh man. You get migraines from the weather changes. That sucks. Save the spell. Everybody's saving their spells. Strength and vitality. You don't have Superman. We're gonna get you Superman. Okay. Perfect. No, sometimes get migraines when I haven't eaten a long time. Migraines aren't as bad as some others get, so it's not that bad. That's good. Yeah, I used to get migraines all the time. So I got on some medication that actually works. It's a life changer. Alright, so we're not going to kill the rogues yet. We'll just go in here to... I need base camp.
Someone's here.
Halt! Are you carrying any food? It's important to enter it. I'm sure you're free. I'll hold.
My pleasure.
Okay.
We have company.
Now who could that
We'll talk
be?
with Sparkle. Actually, we'll recruit her just to get her stuff.
You want me on? This is all very.
See you, Sparkle.
You'll tell Balbrack you really liked me, huh? I mean, I want a good report.
Would you like to enlist? Good to hear. That's special. Okay, pups.
My pleasure.
Alright, now we'll go talk with these guys. We'll get him recruited and take his stuff.
We have company. We have company.
Well, all right.
Dismiss.
Your call, boys. It's back to the roadhouse for me. You stop by sometime.
It's
and old
back to
Sax
the
will be
roadhouse.
tuned for
You're
you.
at the roadhouse. You didn't go anywhere.
Hey, I hope you can. What'll it be? Let me know when you.
My pleasure.
Okay, we're doing that just to get our communication boost. And these guys are getting in the way. There we
Now
go.
who could that be?
New around here, aren't you? Don't let the door hit you.
It was a pleasure.
Back so soon.
Okay, now we can start offloading all of our stuff. Get a little bit more value. Acid bomb I'm gonna hang on to. Okay, we're up to 12,000 gold. There's some of these. Okay, looks good. Jake says jump back to play Lord of the Rings online, first time in 10 years. Really? Wow. Has it changed much, or is it pretty much the same? Okay, anything we want. Impaling stones, definitely. Major upgrade there. In fact, we're gonna get rid of all of our spike stones. Start buying those. Okay, what else? That would be hilarious. Having the priests use the rocket launcher. Rocket launcher priests. That sounds like a 80s movie. They could actually do it. We have a few that are really strong. I'll toy with the idea. We'll wait until we get the rocket launcher. I think everybody has stud chassis already. Leather helm we can use. Knockpicks we definitely need. It needs to be an 80s movie. Slumdog says. Yeah, that would be great, wouldn't it? We should ask an AI engine to generate a video of that. Rocket launcher priests. See what it comes up with. It'd be hilarious. Jake says, in regards to Lord of the Rings Online, they've had skill revamp some years ago. All my previous characters are gone because of the servers change and shut down. But I would have made new ones anyway. Gotcha. Okay, ice bombs. The webs we'll get. Yeah, I think I am going to buy these ice bombs. Missile shield. That could be useful. Buy those.
Don't let the...
My pleasure.
Magnificent!
Okay. Leather helms. Acid bomb. I don't think I have anyone holding cure paralysis powder. I have the actual spell. Okay, that's good enough. We'll rest 3 times to make it 24 hours and get some more impaling stones. So let's see. To the obstacle course. Trying to think. I think then we can do the capture the flag one. I'm trying to remember the order. Oh, they can wear flak jackets. Book of Light. Could get some more fire training. Worth the money. But he didn't make any more impaling.
Don't
Okay.
let the...
It was a pleasure.
Magnificent!
Alright, let's go do the obstacle course.
Yes?
Yes?
Standing by.
Now who could that be?
Hold on there. Looks like I have you lifted here.
Icicle sticks. Yeah, we can't use them. It's hopeful.
Observe a creature.
This'll be over in no time.
Okay, whirlwind.
Very well.
With pleasure.
Getting some dummies with some wind.
Understood.
Very well.
It's nice being able to cast this one power level higher now.
Okay, very well.
Very well.
With pleasure.
Very well.
Mana points 34. Let's make sure we kill this one.
Very well. Okay.
It's gonna survive barely.
Very well. Very well. Very well.
There you go. Bag of blood. They're just filled with blood. Okay, good trade.
Present.
It says they're so bad we can't see anything.
Locked up. Yes? Yes? Very well. Yes?
Good work, fellas.
We got a long way to go before we get to the next level up.
Finished it, huh? We need you to confirm recon.
So we won't be able to get the rocket launcher for a long time. I did the train one next. Let's get some more impaling stones before we leave.
Back so.
Okay.
Don't let them.
My pleasure.
What am I looking for?
Much too kind.
Okay, let's get.
Standing by.
Yes?
Yes?
So all the way back to Arnica. Because we don't have portals to set. Jake says Lord of the Rings Online is huge now. Makes Star Trek Online feel like flying around the block instead of huge space with a lot of star systems.
This will be over in no time.
Very well.
With
Is it,
pleasure.
does the universe feel
Very well.
full or does it feel mostly empty?
Understood.
Very well. Okay.
Understood.
This battle's gonna take ages because of all these Umpani. all, catch them all. Oh, I can't get that. There we go.
Very well.
With pleasure.
Very well.
Understood.
Okay.
We'll lose all their turns this round. Jake says the world map in Star Trek Online is tiny. It takes maybe 10 to 15 minutes to fly across it. Igloo says I can't play MMOs anymore. They always start you on some boring long main quest before the actual game starts. Really? So like you can't play the rest of the game until you complete that quest? It sounds pretty lame.
That's better.
I feel
Yes.
somewhat restored.
Yes.
Okay.
My ailment has abated.
That's better.
Oh, wait a minute. They dropped some. I need this actually for steel. The steel armor, which I think maybe the priest can use steel hide. I'm 100% sure.
Yes.
Sundog says most MMOs got stale for me a few years ago. And Igloo says usually there's a main story quest before you hit max level. World of Warcraft, when it came out, didn't do that. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Or you hit max level. Duncan says, I played Dungeons and Dragons online, so much fun. Playing a spellcaster in Dungeons and Dragons online was pretty fun, Igloo said. Last one you played deeply was ESO, and it just made me feel like a rat running through a maze by subpar developers. Well, that doesn't sound good, Sundog. Magic in Dungeons and Dragons Online is easy mode, Duncan.
Look at that creature.
So are you saying it's not balanced well?
Very well.
Alright. I need to kill some rogues. Before I do that, let's... Oops. Get Guardian Angel.
Very well.
They will surround us.
With pleasure.
Very well.
Understood.
Very well.
Okay. Very well.
Duncan says, no, there are a lot more feats to raise magic power, melee is the most difficult way to play. So you just mean it's more complicated? Like you have to strategize more if you're not doing magic mode? Somebody says, buy the next expansion and spend all your money on the store is all they care about. Ah, okay. Yeah. Frustrating. I mean, you're already paying a monthly fee, right? So they just want you to spend more money. Difficult, isn't it?
Okay. Very well.
Understood.
Do the less.
Very well. With pleasure. Very well.
Duncan says they just did a weapon rebalance, which helps, but you'll never approach the damage that magic can do, rightly so. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, in order to balance it. 17 years, they're still releasing new content for Dungeons & Dragons Online. Yeah, I mean, that's what MMOs, that's what's great about them, and that's what they should be doing.
Okay.
Because you're funding the game perpetually.
Very well.
So,
Understood.
makes complete sense.
Very well. Very well. With pleasure. Very well.
Jake says the main story on Lord of the Rings Online is pretty cool, especially for MMOs. You're basically following the Fellowship, or partially crossing paths with them. Yeah, that is pretty cool.
I just don't feel like it right now.
Okay, there's 2 left.
With pleasure. Very well. Rosinante.
Nice. Okay, we got 1 left. He's probably right behind the concrete here, the bricks.
With pleasure.
Yeah.
Look at that creature.
Look at that creature. She calls him a creature. Look at that creature.
Very well.
Understood.
I've heard the term creature of habit. That's the only time I've heard
Okay.
humans referred to as creatures.
Rosinante. Okay.
Hey, Imagine, welcome to the stream. How you doing? The fairy party, you mean? The all lizard man party was a success. The all fairy party made it to the soul leader at the end of the game and got killed.
Present.
Yeah, the all lizard man party was a success quite a while ago. Okay, back to Arnica.
I see something moving.
That's not a good corner to rest in. Find a better corner. This is okay, I guess.
Let's do it. Very well.
Understood.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Very well. With pleasure.
Jake says in comparison to Star Trek Online, they just recently moved to the next year in the timeline. Been like 3 wars and different story arcs you can play them through. Completely missed the all fairy group then. Yeah, I make a lot of progress. I fly through these games generally. Okay, let's see here. Let's start trying to Superman.
Okay. Very well.
Understood.
Okay.
He's trying to bite and he's getting razor poked.
Understood.
Very well.
Let's go ahead and get a plus.
Very well. Okay.
One final guardian angel in the room. Rona. Nice.
Delightful.
Delightful. I don't exactly think killing a giant beast and watching it splatter all over the place would be delightful.
How exciting.
Wow, 2 more immediately. What the hell?
With pleasure. Very well. Unhurt. Very well.
Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna do an acid bomb on him.
Very well. Very well. With pleasure.
Oh, what else do you want to do? attack, I guess.
Very well. Very well. Very well. Very well. Very well.
There is one
Floor is swallowed. Hit this one right away.
Very well. I wouldn't like to go through that again. Very well. With pleasure. One of our party has
Swallow Flora again. What's her earth resistance? 66.
very well. Okay.
What? Rona swallowed too.
I thought that they were so...
Understood.
Okay. Very well.
Very well. Okay, very well.
Attack, attack, and attack.
Understood.
I'm hurt. I'm so... My mistake. No, I wouldn't like sugar.
Unexplored.
Okay.
Present. Present.
Hopefully we'll be able to rest this time.
Standing by.
Get armor plate on us.
Yes.
Magic screen while we rest. Don't want to get interrupted again. Okay.
Standing understood.
Yeah, okay.
Camouflage
Spotted a
creature,
wild one.
more
A
plants.
battle. How exciting. Very well.
With pleasure.
Very well.
Understood.
Very well.
Okay.
Lasta.
The Priests of Wind.
Very well.
With pleasure.
I so want to make a direct a
Very
horror
well.
movie where it's
Understood.
like wizards, evil wizards, necromancers, whatever,
Very well.
that cast spells and stuff in a first-person
Very well.
perspective, modern era, like today's times. You have wizards, priests, all these just spellcasters that are just killing people, destroying buildings. Kind of like movies. I can't think of the name of that one. Like a real-time video, you know? Like it makes it look like it's happening real time.
Very well. Very well.
Why is it still not showing?
Very well. Very
It's
well.
not close enough.
With pleasure.
Very well.
Understood.
Very well.
Okay.
But then like the military and stuff would be fighting these spellcasters that are bent on destroying the world. So it'd be like a mix of modern equipment that we have against spellcasters. And interesting, make it kind of like a horror movie.
Very well.
Very
Okay.
well. Do not glory in death. Instead, rejoice that we are still alive.
Nice.
Yes?
Cloverfield, that's the name of the movie I was thinking of. Kind of make it like Cloverfield. Because they're usually like a monster, you know? Like some big monster.
I'm ready. Let's
Whoa,
fight.
this is a lot.
Very well.
With pleasure.
Very well.
Understood.
Very well.
Okay.
Very well.
Very well.
We're gonna be hiding behind the hill. Let's see where the two are. Can't get
Very
in there.
well. Very well.
Very well. With pleasure.
Understood.
Okay.
Ironweeds, okay. This is giving us good iron will training. All these irritations they're doing.
I just don't feel like it right
Pleasure.
now.
Sugar, it just isn't meant to be.
Okay. Very well. That's a relief. A battle?
I feel summoned.
They were no match for us.
Iron will 1 to 3.
My ailment has
Still
abated.
really low.
Ready and willing.
Present.
Standing by.
Yes?
Yes.
Alright. Yeah, really far from the next level up. Level 11 though, we will get a higher level spell. Be nice. We'll have 2/5 on each character to spend. Brigands.
A battle? How
These are
exciting!
level 10s.
Very well.
With pleasure.
Very well.
Understood.
Very well.
Okay, very well.
They look like they're gonna throw. Instead of get into melee. Fine with me.
Very well.
With pleasure.
Very well.
Understood.
It'll take a few rounds, so we'll definitely do bless.
Very well.
Okay, very well.
They're getting in melee, okay. Alright, so we're gonna aim this way.
Very well.
With pleasure.
Very well.
We're gonna face the other way.
Very well. Very well.
Okay, which one's
Okay.
Velma? No, it's actually someone back here. It's her. Okay. You don't need to do that.
Okay.
Igloo asks, did I ever do 6 bishops? No, I have not. The only 6 that I attempted was fighters. I think that's the only one I tried. All of one class. Maybe lords. I feel like maybe once I tried lords like that.
Understood.
Bishops would be too easy. 6 bishops would... That'd be easy mode.
Very well.
Very well. Very well.
With pleasure. With pleasure.
Very well. Very well. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Understood.
Let's get our guardian angels going again.
Very well.
Okay.
Igloo says, sounds fun to try. I usually don't do all one class. Yeah, it's so much harder because you need element shield and magic screen both usually. And you can't get that unless you have at least 2. You have to have someone that can do either alchemist or mage spells, and you have to have someone that can do priest spells. Element shields in general, lack of that is what will kill you with the game. But you can also be killed by the soul leader. You have really strong... That's what happened to that fairy party. You have really strong attackers, physical attackers. That's where you'll usually die. Otherwise, you'll get killed by magic without element shield.
Okay.
Very well.
When you're doing an Iron Man run, I should say, qualify that.
Understood.
Expert Iron Man. Okay, looks like we're out. Let's just start doing physical attack. Hey, Thoughtful Gaming, welcome to stream. How are you doing? It says, do your guys usually do senses speed bishops to get the first round of soul shielded? It's a good question. I rarely use bishops, to be honest, because they're a little strong. Makes the game a little too easy. But if you're asking about like a priest or a psionic to get soul shield, that is a strategy you can use. I generally don't do that. I usually focus on intelligence and piety on my casters because I want as many spell points as possible. That's what piety does. And then I want to get power cast. Power cast is so important. So I try to focus on that with the casters. Then I will go with speed or senses later, but occasionally on psionics I will have senses to the max. But usually I'd say I only do that like 25% of the time. That's what's so great about this game, you know, there's
Very well.
so many different ways to play it. And you can vary it yourself every time. You're lurking? Ah, gotcha. Well, welcome. Just to get that first round of protection. Yeah, usually what I'll do thoughtful gaming is I usually do sneak attacks. I'll almost always try to sneak around the corner and get the first round before the monsters can even react. That's my number one thing I go for. You've probably seen me do that a lot.
Very well.
If you get, because I feel like you can sneak attack about 75% of the time. So most of the time you can get full shield, normal shield, whatever up before the enemies can react. And then speed doesn't matter. He toyed with the idea to have a dedicated protector. Yeah, that it can work well. Definitely can work well.
Very well.
Is that's what'll usually kill you, is lack of mid to late game, lack of element shield or soul shield depending on your situation. I like to do elves a lot because elves get a 20% mental boost, which is huge. That's a big deal. Yeah, and if you have really good fighters or something like that,
Very well.
and they go insane or get turncoated, you're in trouble. Igloo says, what does the skill bonus in a spell school do, like priest bonus? Is divinity? Are you asking, like, what does the divinity skill do for you? Having it high?
That hurts. Present. We did it.
It's good training. I can get some
Yes. Present.
cure poison training if I have any spell points
Yes.
left,
Yes.
which I don't.
Present.
I feel somewhat restored.
Hey Jeff, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Another day, another Wizardry 8 Expert Iron Man run. That's right. All priests. Igloo says priests have a 25% bonus, which would let them have 125 divinity. Ah, okay. Yes. So the main magic skill of a caster determines it determines a lot of things. It determines how many spell points they get, how high of power level they can cast with all of their spells. It determines how quickly you can get a higher level spell. That's the biggest factor besides level. Level's the biggest factor than your main skill level, which is divinity on the priests. But since it allows you to cast at higher power level and you get more spell points with it, it can when your character's a lower level, they can actually cast a given spell at a higher level without chance of failure, or it decreases the chance of failure. I don't know if that makes sense or not. And then the one skill, which is really important, I was trying to talk about earlier, power cast, that essentially just makes whatever spell you cast be at a higher level. It like essentially upgrades it. So if you cast at, let's say, power level 1 to make wounds, it'll actually turn it into potentially like power level 1.5, power level 2. So you can go beyond what you could normally cast. Like even a level 7, if you cast power level 7, power cast can push it up to like power level 8 or higher if you have really high power cast. So that's why I try to get that skill earlier and train it, because that just essentially makes all your spells more powerful. But one interesting thing about the schools of magic, these here, fire, water, and all that, that boosts your magic resistance. So like, we look at water, 42 on the priest. This 29 is because of that. So it's got boosted by 8 to 9% because we have 42 in water. So you can somewhat control a little bit of your boosts to magic resistance based on where you put your points here and how much training you do on them. It does not apply to the main magic skill like divinity. But there's just so many factors in this game. That's what makes it fun. Character looks like a witch. She does. Yeah, she's a gnome. The gnome graphics are kind of limited in this game.
With pleasure.
OP?
Very well.
How'd you do on the rest of your game last night, Jeff? Jeff was playing a game that looked so painful to me. It's like I don't care for puzzle games that much,
Very well.
and that it's pretty much exclusively a puzzle game.
Very well.
And you had to, like, you'd mess up on a part and you'd have to let yourself die and do it all over again, and oh, it just looks so painful. He was enjoying it though. That's what counts. I'm like, are you enjoying this? Like, yeah.
Very well.
With pleasure.
Understood.
Very well.
Very well.
Okay.
You're at level 88 of 130 now. Wow. Nice. It's kind of a crappy game, but kind of cool.
Very well. Very well. Okay. Very well.
Sundog says puzzles make my brain implode. Yeah. I like some puzzles. I like complicated puzzles that like take a long time to solve that one puzzle. I like that. Like wizardry type puzzles can be fun. I don't like doing a whole bunch
Very well.
of small puzzles
Very well.
and memorization related puzzles.
Understood.
That's painful for me.
Okay.
Ooh, ring of protection. Yeah, Jeff said some of the puzzles are really hard. It looked like it to me.
Very well.
Very
Okay.
well.
It looked like a lot of trial and error too. But I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Very well.
Was that a request by one of your followers, or
With
is
pleasure.
that something you wanted to play?
Understood.
Okay.
Igloo says, what do you do when monsters get element shield? Yeah, when monsters get element shield, it's hard to penetrate that, but power cast does help with that actually. That's one of the reasons why power shield, same power shield? Power cast is so strong. It can help penetrate that. But Death Cloud can actually work through element shield. It has a low chance, but it's one of the spells that has a really high penetration level.
Yes.
But mental spells and divine spells will still affect the monster at full strength if they do an element shield.
Standing by.
If they do both soul shield
Understood.
and element shield, then no magic is gonna work. Unless you're a lot higher level. If you're a lot higher level than them, it can still work. And if you get combat to end so that those spells disappear, that works. But if it's magic screen, that won't work because magic screen lasts forever.
How exciting!
It just is it's not as strong.
Very well.
With pleasure.
Very well.
Jeff says, yeah, that's the main problem. Any switch or any teleporter you have to use to find out what it does. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not a fan when games force you to die. It's like almost every NES platformer. They force you to die to see what's next.
Understood.
That just drives me nuts. It says, but guess what? I'd say at least a third of the game, or a third of the time, a teleporter will blow you up. That's funny. Jeff says, nah, I was looking at early SNES games and was confused why Kablooey was listed as having a late 80s release. It's because it's a computer game ported to the SNES. Oh,
Look,
weird.
a creature.
Wow, that's weird. Wow, we've got a whole army coming after us. Good thing we have Whirlwind.
Rosinante. Very well.
Very well.
And that's another reason why I like to do sneak attacks on enemies, if possible. You can hit them with stuff before they get protections up. Or before they cast Eye for an Eye. Some enemies cast that spell. What Eye for an Eye does is any spell you cast on them, it still hits them, but it'll trigger it against you as well. And it triggers it based on your level. So even if you're fighting weak monsters, let's say you're level 20, it'll shoot the spell back at you at level 20. And that's actually effective against high level spellcasters. Like if it's much higher level than you, Eye for an Eye actually is very strong because they cast it on you, it bounces it back at their power level,
Very well.
which is nice.
Okay.
Understood.
Wow, look at all this area of effect.
Very well.
With pleasure.
I'm gonna do the run command so more of them try to come up.
Understood.
Try to get them in the area.
Very well. Very well.
Okay.
Oh, that guy ran. Dang.
I just don't feel like. Very well.
Very well.
What Let that guy run for the hills. Not chasing him down. He'll be back. Okay.
We did it!
13,000. Jeff says I'd be running too if an army of 6 priests controlled by D4T's mind was trying to kill me. Oh, that's funny.
Yes?
Sounds like another potential movie. Tron was kind of that way. Movie Tron. I don't know if you guys ever saw that. The users, it takes place inside a mainframe system, part of it. And the users, they're called, are basically programming the programs that execute inside the mainframe. And so the programs living inside, think of a user as kind of their creator, you know, like almost like a god. And they think they're like the other programs that hear programs talking about that think they're religious fanatics, like, oh, you believe in the users, that kind of thing.
Understood.
That's a really awesome movie if you haven't seen it, the 80s one. And then they did a version 2 of Tron, which was cool. I mean, it was a nice sequel. They did a good job with it being so much later. It's an awesome movie. Jeff says never put your faith in the users. That's true. In real life, that is so true. User error is so common. Jake says Tron 2.0 is great. Sadly, it flopped horribly. Yeah, it was a fantastic movie. Okay, let's see. Let me throw something at these guys. Sneak attack.
Okay. Very well.
With pleasure.
Very well.
Understood.
See if combat continues. Sometimes it ends when you do sneak attacks like this. And then we'll end up losing our guardian angels, but we'll see. Nope, it didn't. Good.
Okay. Very well.
Yeah, I knew what you meant. Tron 2.0 in the mid 2000s. Yeah, that one flopped.
Very well.
I mean, it was well received, I think, for who watched it, right?
Very well.
Just didn't make a lot at the box office. Oh, you're talking about the game. Oh, I thought you meant the movie. I didn't even know there was a game, Tron 2.0. I don't know anything about that.
Very well.
With pleasure.
Very well.
Understood.
Very well.
Okay, now we're in a dangerous position here. These brigands. I may have to try to blind them. Nah, we're getting through them.
Very well. Very well. Very well.
One more round of that, and they should be pretty much gone. These three.
Okay.
Yes, Jeff Bridges was in both of them. That's correct. He was essentially a computer. He was a programmer that worked for a company. Then he became a hacker to hack into the mainframe. Jeff says, you're gonna make these triplets' mom very upset. She hears the hurricane on the show. Attack of the Clones.
Very well.
Okay, let's see. These are at full health. What do I want to do here? Let's go back to whirlwind, I think. Do one whirlwind
With
here.
pleasure.
Won't be enough to kill him, but this one will.
Very well.
Understood.
Okay. Very well.
Igloo says it's weird how many business people don't even try to program. Jeff says, aren't priests supposed to be God-fearing and
Very well.
Let's see.
Okay.
These guys have such good dodge. I want to try to avoid attacking them with
Very well.
weapons.
With pleasure.
Very well.
Okay, now I don't have much of a choice since I've used up all my whirlwinds. They just want code to work, Igloo says. Okay, let's turn to the side here. Make that position. There we go. Almost got him. Now let's go ahead and do a bless.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Very well.
Jeff says, I mean, most business folk aren't going to have the skill set and are interested in the results, not the process. Yeah, exactly. It takes years and years to become a good developer. It's one of the
Very well.
you know, you can always like make some simple programs in a relatively short time with little experience. Anytime you get into bigger systems in the business world that are really sophisticated, yeah, you have to have experience, or you're gonna have so many problems. One of the problems I see in a lot of workplaces is they'll have business people that have no skills making like access databases and putting scripts in Excel spreadsheets and like just making a bunch of garbage things that they're kind of like power users, and then once those power users leave, the rest of the people in that business area don't have a clue how to maintain it. And then depending on the business, sometimes they want IT to then take over what this power user had made, which a lot of times is absolute garbage. I've seen that happen. Or what happens is the business area becomes reliant on whatever they did,
An extraordinary
but what they
triumph.
did was complete garbage, and so then the IT department has to get involved in rewriting the functionality of whatever it was in something else. So then it wastes time on the IT department. That's very, very common. I have seen that all over the place. Yeah, they don't think it's garbage. That's right. And I mean, it did serve a purpose for them, you know? So they did get benefit from it. So I'm not saying that it wasn't beneficial. It was. But there's a lot of fallout from that kind of situation. You pay for it later. It's called tech debt. You pay for that tech debt later, for sure. Unless it's a small business. Small businesses, it doesn't matter. But bigger businesses, yeah, you pay for it. Igloo says, yeah, I had to convert an Access application to one project. It took us a year. Yeah. Yeah, it can be very time consuming. And then, like, if they have a bunch of data associated and the data's needs to be converted over because that was done in a poor manner, then that eats up a lot of time too. Time that could have been better spent
Yes?
for something more beneficial. Jeff says, or they ask bad questions without context. Can you do X? Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I can do anything, but should I do X? Yeah, exactly. That's part of being a good business analyst, is asking the user many questions and making sure they really thoroughly thought through what they're asking. And usually you'll find that they did not. I try to take the approach of, instead of telling me what you want as a solution, tell me what your problems are and what your pain points are, and let us analyze how you're doing things, like your business processes, and then we can decide what should be done. If anything, sometimes it's a bad business process and you can get them just to change that, and then you don't need an IT solution. It just really does depend on the situation. But yeah, you gotta really drag information out of users.
My pleasure.
And the other thing I've discovered over the years is they will swear by something. You can ask them something. Are you sure this never happens? And they will swear up and down, yes, that never happens. And then guess what? It happens. So it's one of the most important lessons I've learned over the years is architect, whatever you're making, architect it so that, act like the users don't know what they're talking about, so that it can be flexible. And then when that time comes, which it generally happens pretty often, then you can say, yeah, sure, we can adjust to that because I knew you were going to do that. It's so common. The other thing I tell users is, like, because I've seen this a lot, where they'll say, yeah, you know, we've always done it this way. We've done it this way the past 5 years. And I say, yeah, but have you thought about the fact that a law could change? Or you could get a bigwig in upper management that changes, that decides they don't want to do it that way anymore. Now they want to do something different. You know, you got to be ready for that. You can't just assume it's always going to be the same. And the biggest challenge that I see with that is, you have to give management to buy in. to spend the extra time to do it right, which is a challenge a lot of times. A lot of times they don't want to do that. They want a shortcut. And like, well, how about you let us at least architect it to be flexible? We don't have to develop it that way. We're just going to architect it to be flexible. And then if that happens, we'll be able to support it,
Came up empty.
you know, with minimal changes. And that they'll usually buy into, but it's always a fight. Every time. Those are the types of things that experience teaches you that you don't learn in school. School just teaches you how to use a certain technology or whatever. They don't teach you all the lessons that are actually really important. More plants, crimson poppies.
Let the combat commence.
So we haven't been to this road yet. We won't. So we'll probably do the cemetery.
Very well.
Understood.
I think, is there anything useful there for the priests?
Very well.
Not, but
Okay.
you
Very
never
well.
know. Guess that the best is when the expert swears something doesn't work the way it does, but that code hasn't been touched for a decade. You mean like something's happening and they're saying it's not doing what the users are claiming?
Very well.
Very well.
Okay.
With pleasure.
See if we can back up and hit all four of these.
Very well.
There we go.
Very well.
Very well. With pleasure.
Understood.
Okay.
Basically, they just forget about a feature because it's not something that they care about on a day-to-day basis. Ah, okay, I gotcha.
Delightful.
So you're talking about like the subject matter expert for a given system or whatever. Yeah, I would never make that claim. Man, like if I hadn't touched something that I did in 10 years and someone asked me, how does that work? I'd be like, I have no idea. I'm gonna have to go look at the code. I would never tell them unless I did really know, but that would be extremely rare. Remember? Yeah, those sound like sketchy employees there.
Trapped. Yes?
Yes.
Humility goes a long way, yeah. Alright, did we get anything useful? No, we didn't. You know what? I am gonna rest over here. Get back my spell points.
Standing by. Most understood.
Yes.
Okay, so cemetery's down this way. Sure, we just spawned more creatures. Oh, let's go talk to Radis. Get his zip
Now,
gun.
who could that be?
Hey, you're interested. I need the. Oh. See you around.
My pleasure.
Thank you for your zip gun, which we can't use. This thing's such a piece of garbage. Let's go south. Perfect. There's some holy water I want to grab. How close are we to this?
Very well.
Let's head back here. Fight those in the open. This'll work. Jeff says, have you seen a weird Wizardry clone you can play in the browser called Wizardry? No. What the heck? That sounds weird.
Standing by.
Is it written in Java, I'm assuming? Igloo says, I'm working right now at a job that has me working on 10-year-old software they're trying in vain to replace. Very common, Igloo, by the way.
Yes?
Very, very common. A lot of businesses actually have software that's 30, 40 years old, mainframe stuff.
Yes?
You get the fun job of trying to fix that code. That's even worse than rewriting it. Okay, let's grab this holy water. We can see it. Oh,
Came up empty.
it's there. Keep looking. Oh, level 12
There's
seekers.
nothing here. Nothing found.
That's gonna be rough. But I do want to fight them. That'll give us some great experience.
Let the combat commence.
Very well.
With pleasure.
Very well.
Understood.
Very well.
Okay.
Understood.
Running thing in IT where people still want COBOL programmers. Oh yeah. Yep. Okay. Greater Seekers. Yeah, these can be pretty dangerous. Let's see. We should be able to whirlwind them down. It's gonna take a long time, and I'll run out of spell points probably, but I do have some magic nectar.
Understood.
Do a blast. Probably not gonna help, but still gonna do it.
Okay.
With pleasure.
Give us an extra 2 dodge armor class. Okay, so here's the deal. I don't want to waste my whirlwinds on just one, because these 2 are hidden. I don't want to move forward, so we're going to abort all of these. Man, look at that damage.
Very well. Very well.
This is going to be rough.
Okay.
With pleasure.
Wow. Okay. They're waiting to move forward because they're faster than me. So I think I'm gonna back up here.
Very well.
I'm gonna get out of range.
Very well. Very well.
Understood.
Okay. Very well. I'm afraid it's not possible.
Force them to come up the hill.
I'm afraid it's
Understood.
not very well.
Impossible, I'm afraid.
There we go. Now we can hit them all. Nicholas says there's probably people that miss mainframes because you could write the worst performing code. It still works. There's definitely something to be said to have everything all in one environment. You know, that's can be a big advantage. That's why there's still mainframe stuff out there. The reliability
This
is
feels worse than
really
when they tell
high.
you how much they love their wives.
Very well. Very well.
Understood.
Okay. Very well. Okay.
Okay. Let's get rid of this poison. Somebody has cure poison. I think it's on her, so we'll wait. Jake says in one of the companies I worked for years ago, someone got caught for having a pirate server in their server room, but they couldn't fire the guy because he was the only one who knew some old tech, which was still new. That's funny. Ah, we got it. Paralysis. And blinded. Holy moly. Okay.
Okay.
Understood.
I knew this fight was going to be brutal.
Very well.
You try to cure
Very
this
well.
one. You try to cure this one.
Okay.
Secundus.
Very well.
Very well.
Let's do a prayer.
Pleasure.
Okay.
Oh, yes, Guardian Angel. Okay, then let's cure the blindness.
Okay.
Very well.
Man. Getting down to the nitty gritty here.
Understood.
See what kind of prayer we get. Oh, we're not getting a prayer. She got paralyzed. Without Guardian Angel, we would have already been party wiped.
Very well.
Let's see.
Okay.
Actually, we're gonna have you Whirlwind.
Okay.
You two.
Very well.
You can do a Guardian Angel.
Understood.
And here.
Very well.
Unless you have... You do have devil dust. Devil dust.
Very well.
For you, try to do a heal.
Very well.
Or not.
Our pack cannot afford to be short of members.
Get these two down and we'll be fine. This will be our first resurrection powder use.
Very well.
Understood.
We have points. 39. Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna make wounds on him.
Very well. Very well.
Hey Arbaleth, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Heard the fairy party didn't make it, and you were close to finish it. Yes, they died to the Soul Eater, so we kept getting turn-coded, and then the last character was turn-coded, and sometimes the Soul Eater will come up to you and then run away because he won't attack you when you're turn-coded, and then sometimes you get stalked, where this Soul Eater stands there and waits for your character's turncoat to wear off, and that's what happened. He stalked us, and then once turncoat wore off, he killed the last character. And that's exactly where I thought we were gonna die. It predicted that early on. But, yeah, we made it real far. I was very happy with those results. Okay, so we need to find this holy water. It's over here somewhere. Ah, come on. You doing fine? Glad to hear it. Yeah, the ninja got turn-coded and started destroying my casters immediately with Gain of Corpus. And then tried to run. Couldn't get away.
I see something.
There we go, finally.
I see some sort of beast. This
Okay, we're not fighting that.
extremely exciting.
We need to get our spell points back. Way too many juggernauts with low spell points.
I see something moving. Oh! With pleasure.
We'll run back behind the cemetery. Alright guys, let's see. Take a quick break here.
Very well.
Okay, guys. See if we can get away from these juggernauts. I get our spell points back.
Okay.
That would be a party wipe if we couldn't get our spell points back, and I do have some flash powder. We could potentially blind them enough to get away, but they're level 11? Yeah, they're higher level. So it would be a little challenging blinding them. Game is trying to kill us.
With pleasure.
Okay, they're finally retreating. Good. Go to the back of the cemetery and open that treasure chest. Corner to rest in.
Standing by.
Spooky cemetery. Nighttime.
Yes?
It appears booby.
Nothing useful. Let's see if I can bounce over this.
Present.
I've tried before. I have not had a success yet. Even if the chest is open, we can get it just right. It seems worse when it's open. Yeah, it's not gonna let us do it. Check. Closed. Oh, almost. Ooh, we're on top of it. Doesn't cut it though, does it? Here's the mummy. Alright, one more time. Oh, fail. Almost. We're going through the entrance.
Look at that creature.
Hmm. Coming out the gate. This is gonna be fun. 6 priests doing turn undead. We won't be able to do it on the surprise attack though. You can't do the turn command as a surprise. Let's just whirlwind them.
Very well.
With pleasure.
Because turning undead, you actually get no training out of that.
Very well.
Understood.
Same with like the Draken Breath. That's why I never use
Very
Draken
well.
Breath. Unless you're desperate,
Okay.
Understood.
you get 0 training.
This battle.
That's a relief.
I wasn't in throwing range. We wasted our
Very well.
turn. Turn undead only works in throwing range.
With
And
pleasure.
if you use it, like it recognizes an enemy's there that's undead, so it allows you to use it, but then it wastes it.
Very
It's
well.
kind of a bad design. It shouldn't allow you to use it unless someone's within range.
With pleasure.
Very well.
Understood.
Scarlet, hey, welcome to stream. Scarlet, how you doing?
With
Very
pleasure.
well.
Very well.
Pretty sure I would get decimated in this game. So, well, yeah, the first several times you play it, absolutely. I mean, that's just part of the experience.
Very well.
Understood.
But
That's
it
better.
just takes, you know, practice,
Very
experience.
well.
There's one guy, I don't know if you know, Perk Xena. He does streaming on here. He's been playing Wizardry 8. And I think he's up to like 160 deaths. Like, now he's reloading every time just a single
more
character
power.
dies.
Ah, that's a
He's reloading the game. It's not a full party wipe, but
Yes.
it just shows you, you know, when you're new, how many deaths you're gonna have.
I feel somewhat restored.
I see some sort of beast.
Okay, we got the mummy. Where is he? Fight him from out here. So we're gonna wait this time till he gets closer,
Very
and
well.
then we're gonna do our turn undead.
With pleasure.
Very well.
Until then, let's do some Supermans maybe.
Understood.
Very well.
Okay.
Jake says, why people just randomly send invites to their party? I always turn them down on principle. At least send a message first. Are you talking about like in an MMO, Jake, or?
Very well.
In MMOs, okay, gotcha. Yeah, it is kind of weird, isn't it?
Very well. Very well.
Pleasure.
Understood.
Okay.
With pleasure.
Five turn undeads. We got one turn undead left. Is it? It might just barely be enough to kill
Very
him.
well.
He's got 33 hit points. Nope, we got him with a weapon. Or did we? Can't tell.
Why, look there. Why,
look there! Why, look there!
Okay, now use our holy water.
Trapped.
Yes?
Splendid.
Splendid. Junk. But we cleared the cemetery. That's the important. If I had a dagger, I could actually do the retro dungeon. I don't think I have a dagger.
Standing by.
Yes? Yes?
Alright, next stop is Trenton.
Present?
We're almost halfway to the next level. Cool. Okay, what do we got? What is this?
Spotted a wild one.
Jugger? Okay. Piercer Modai. This is a lot better to fight nothing. It's a little nervous.
Very well.
With pleasure.
Very well.
Understood.
Very well.
Okay, okay.
I don't really like this position. There's not a good nook to hide in anywhere around here.
Understood.
Very well.
Okay. Very well. Very well. Very well.
With pleasure.
Very well.
well.
We're ready to have them start doing whirlwinds.
Understood.
Very well.
Okay.
See how many are left. Okay. Okay, let's take guns. Alright, 2 left. They're pretty battered.
Understood.
Very well.
Okay.
Understood.
Okay.
Very well.
Nice. Alright guys, that's probably a good place to stop for now. Force save. Excellent. Alright, let's see if there's someone we can send a raid to if you're into that. Anybody streaming? Hesh's streaming games and demos. Let's send you over his way. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.